Articles are written to inform people and they need to be written using formal language and tone. So we have to put ourselves in the shoes of a journalist or a news broadcaster and use that type of formal language and tone that they would use if they were reporting on a story. So if we were talking about something that happened informally, we might say something like they've dug up the coolest thing ever. In a more formal context, we would say something like the fascinating artifact was unearthed by archaeologists. In an informal setting, you could say everyone's worried about what will happen next. In more formal writing, you could say something like these are concerning developments and we will continue to closely monitor this situation. So really thinking about how a journalist would say that in a formal way. Another thing about formal language is that we cannot use contractions. So instead of it's, we need to say it is. Instead of can't, we say cannot. Instead of wasn't, we say was not. And instead of will, we say we will. So here are a few examples of common words that you might find in newspaper reports. You might want to pause this video and write a few down, or maybe come back to this when you're writing today. And here are some common phrases in newspaper reports. Again, you might want to write a few down that you'll want to use, or if you get stuck while you're writing today, you can always come back to these. So when you are writing today, you'll be writing about Stanley discovering a treasure at Camp Green Lake. Here are some examples of the types of sentences that you should be writing. So you could say the warden absconded with the treasure and its contents. The inmates had been digging for hours before uncovering the treasure chest. Stanley Yelnats and his companions were speechless when they first set eyes on the ancient box. The exact value of the contents has not yet been determined. Upon further investigation, the key to the lock was discovered nearby. So in all of these sentences, I've made sure that I'm using my reporter's voice. I'm only using formal language and tone, and I haven't used any contractions.